My floofsters! No, you did not hear me earlier. That was me accidentally unmuting myself snickering. Okay? Shush. Anyways, hold up. This might mute me for a moment. Okay, just resetting the plush. Just resetting the plush. Don't worry. Everything is fine. Turning down the music a bit. And hello! Hello, my chat. Oh, that does fit in perfectly. Dang, how did I do that right? Okay, anyways, ignore me. I did that up right before I, started stream. The little thing for the chat box. I may make it a little transparent or something. I don't know. But I can definitely tell there is a several seconds lag behind. Yay, I think it's all because I use my VTuber some days. Oh well. But anyways, how are we all doing? My lovely floofsters. Also, I know Arya is in the chat. Well, Arya's lurking, and welcome, Doodles. Very much welcome. We shall see what I do today, because I actually have no idea what I'm going to be doing today. How am I doing? Existing. Quite plainly existing. Just got back from basketball tryouts? Oh, nice! I still don't understand how you can do basketball, genuinely. It's never been my sport. I will yap and keep the chat alive, trust. Yep. All good, all good. I might also have somebody else lurking. We'll see. I don't know. The homie is playing a game, so. But yes. The void took a huge dip in temperature and it's not pleasant. That's fair. This is probably a horrid idea for what I'm doing right now. I'm a baller, guys. Trust. I'm not that good, but I think it's fun. That's all good. That's actually really nice, though. Like, genuinely.
That is an interesting taste. Yes, I just popped open an energy drink this late. Okay, shush. Y'all should know I am chaotic, and I have made a fatal error. I have made a fatal error. I forgot to prep something. I forgot to do a thing, and that is put moss on my head. I forgot to put a sticker on my head. We're just gonna put hero on my chest here. We'll just make him tiny. Because he's a well, he's not a tiny boy. He's a big boy. Oh. Would you guys like to see me actually do some, things and such? Also, don't mind the fact that you can see this, okay? Our fan art again. Oh, that's fair, that's fair. I generally don't like sports purely due to all the times I got hit in the head. It's a miracle how I not got a concussion. That is fair, that is fair. How are you not? Nah, never mind. I'm gonna hold back on what I was gonna say. Oh gosh. Okay. Let me just quickly reset position. There we go. That is better. Ish. Okay. Alright. Oh, I forgot. That hides that. Right. Okay. Let's see. What else should I have? I have the tree. I have hero again. I have Dupin. I'm gonna put Dupin on my arm. The boy deserves to be on my arm. On my jacket. He's on my jacket. Anyways. Now that I'm done messing around and adding on some stickers. I got hit in the head all the time. Once I got hit in the head 4 times a day. Ouch! Ouch, there's one time I got hit in the neck, but I actually specifically asked for that to happen, so it doesn't count. Fair. I have a question. Would you all want me, or want to watch me draw? Because I could do some character concept drawings. But I'm a little bit bigger and stronger than the people in my level, so I usually push people around. It's all part of the game. Yeah, fair. But would you all like me to draw some of my characters? Because I could draw my characters, or Dupin and Melias. I actually have yet to draw Melias. So, what do you all think? Should I draw? Doodle says yes to the draw. Alright. I also will say, should I just do the screen share right here? I mean, I could. Post that. Alright, let me just set this up, because it's like, truly, I don't have anything else. I walked away for a minute, what did I miss? Nothing much. Just me asking if people want me to, or want to watch me draw. Can I bring it up? Jeez. Let me just pop that over to there. Okay, there it is. Just... I mean, it really doesn't matter too much, I guess. But do you guys just want to see me do it on here? I mean, I could just swap over to my other. It's fine. Only thing is that I'll be moving it around a little bit. So let me just readjust. Y'all will see me from a little bar, so I'm not sure if or how much that's gonna affect expressions on my model. We'll see. We're actually gonna make my model a little bit teeny tinier. No. Game capture the that. Let's just make me a bit smaller. I'm small. I'm small. I love I'm in the living room, may not be able to hear a stream all. That's fair, that's fair. You know what? You all get moss. You all get moss sleeping on top of you. And I'm just going to, one, reset my character position. There we go. And now, while I do stuff, and grab my things I need. Wait, where is it? Oh, right. My things are. Okay. I'm back. Hello, Red. Actually, hold up. Don't I... Hold up. Oh gosh, chat. I'm about to do something chaotic. I'm going to very randomly spin a wheel to determine which character of the Halcyon I draw. Because I'm gonna do Halcyon. Oh, the boy wants to join me on stream. You know what? Why not? Hold up, Red. You can join me while I talk. You can join me while I talk. Let me just make sure I have everything. I just need to pull up the thing. Also, the music isn't too loud, is it? Y'all can hear me quite fine over it? Right? There it is. Don't know why it never pops up. Anyways, install for OBS. Voice widget. I'm just going. Okay, give me a moment. Where is it? Am I just blind? Where's my... Nope, wrong one. There it is. Okay, let me check. Yes, it shall be yap time once I have things set up. Just gonna definitely while I do. Where is this thing? Bro, I barely Oh gosh, here's the VCs. Fred, just join me in the live stream VC, alright? You won't be able to... I'll be deafened, so nobody will be able to hear you immediately, but that's because I'm just setting things up with the nested, so... Anyways, let me... Okay. Livestream VC. Make sure it didn't undeafen me. Cool. I need to hide the names. I'm gonna be for real. I haven't drawn a character generally happily so long. I can't get Lewis's expressions right. That's fair. Hey, back to the intermission. Why is he tiny? Okay, hold up. Nested. No. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. Now everyone can hear you, buddy. Actually, wait, no. Ah! Stop it! That only got me. I forgot to fix my Discord. So give me a moment. Not yet. That's Mozilla Firefox. Okay. Now everyone can hear you. I'm sorry, everyone. I couldn't stop it from that one. Anyways, we're gonna do chaos. Wait. No, this is just gonna be on my phone. But essentially, I'm going to be doing some drawing. Red will be keeping us company. And, this is gonna be fun because I'm going to randomly draw one of my Halcyon characters doing something random with one of the other Halcyon characters. Or just randomly draw them. We'll see. Alright. You know, I still don't have an explanation on what chaotic thing, what chaos, Nuea and Divide got into. I still don't have an answer for that. Anyways.
I'm going to go do something real quick.
Ah, okay. Let me know when you're back. Let me just turn off that. I don't know why that was still connected, but oh well. They'll go turn off on their own. Okay. The latest drawing I made is a 2 to 3 a.m. rough sketch. For some reason, apparently during half the drawing process, I was overthinking about the appearance of the waist and the hands. That's fair. That's fair. Alright. We're just gonna do a spin first to see who we're drawing first. Chat. It knows. It knows who the main character is. The wheel chose Melodious. Every time somebody says randomly, I think I get a mini jump scare because I think they're talking. That's fair, that's fair. That's why I usually say doodles. But then again, I can see how that could also give you a mini art attack, because, yeah. Okay, chat, let's see. Yep, Melodious! They chose Melodious first. go over here in this one. Actually, nah, we're just gonna do little sketches for today. Nothing complete because, yeah. Same thing for the channel's nickname, Lamau, yeah. I can tell. Okay. Also, I'm gonna be looking down a lot for my thing. In IRL too. Oh gosh, the pain of that. Okay, first one we have up is Melodious. Should we do a chaos one with Melodious and another? Should we do a chaos one? Because I could do Melodious doing something random with another of the, another one of the Halcyon members. And in fact, I actually do need to make or work on designs for some of the other Halcyon members before they became, you know, full blown. I just laughed whenever someone calls me by my nickname, purely due to the difference in how it's pronounced. That's fair. Actually, what am I doing? Can I just run a poll? Oh, of course that brings me to my thing. It's fine. I can run a poll in here, can't I? Okay, come on. Let's see. Just gonna pause that. Alright. You know what? Poll or no poll, people. Actually, no, I'm just gonna... There we go. Anyways, I hate how that is right there. Ah. Why does it insist on staying down there? My gosh. Anyways, so I know we're gonna have Melodious, because for some reason they chose the main character. The wheel chose the main character. We love chaos. Woo. Yes. Also, I love how it shows in the chat all the different aspects of that. And the chat box. That is chaotic and I love it. I mean, so far it's just like y'all saying yes, so. And I think only really 2 people. Oh, no, there's 3. There's 3. There's another person active. There's another person alive. Hello, I heard you. Oh, jeez. Your voice was robotic.
I can't hear you at all.
Okay. Hello?
Okay, there we go.
There we go. Yeah,
My
now you're less
Discord
robotic.
my voice connection was in the red.
Yeah, jeez.
I'm gonna send you
Yeah,
a
I could
picture
tell that.
DMs real quick.
Alright. I'm just letting people in chat
It's
vote.
it's gonna be my Halloween costume.
Oh gosh. Hold up.
I have khaki pants to go along with it.
I love that. I love it so much.
It's so simple.
It's simple, but it's hilarious, and I love it.
Yeah. So many of the people on Twitter I follow are starting to migrate over to Blue Sky.
Fair.
It has a nice UI.
I'll have to check out Blue Sky later. And such. I mean, it's not like I really posted much on Twitter in the first place. Like, I did not have many art on there.
But I have a feeling
Really, so.
most artists and stuff are gonna go to Blue Sky just because of what Elon Musk is doing with Twitter and Gronk.
Yeah, that was like very.
Because that option was toggleable before, but I'm pretty sure something said it's no longer optional.
Yeah. Guys, I think
stupid.
Lewis and Light are my favorite characters. I've drawn them together multiple times, and I've drawn them separately multiple times. Maybe, just maybe. I already got my daily dose of chaos in the form of writing lore for Raindrop. Nice.
How did you do your chat thing on the side?
Oh, just like
format it
the
like that.
Chat box or the
Yeah, the chat box. It looks nice.
Oh, well, part of it is the fact that I drew my own little background for it.
Okay.
Before I did not have my own little chat box. I literally just used like one brush. I literally used one brush and then just played guess on it as to where it would perfectly align, so.
I hated Twitter as soon as Elon Musk removed two-step verification for free users and made it a paid thing.
What?
Yeah, you have to buy the blue check mark to get two-step verification on Twitter. It's been like that
Idiocy.
It's been like that since he bought it and fired the security team or moderation or whatever.
Stupidity. Gotta love it. Very much. Totally. Anyways. Chat says chaos, so I'm going to randomly spin another.
What do you mean another? What's the first one?
It rolled melodious.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh gosh. This is gonna be fun.
What did it roll?
Calyx.
Oh boy.
Okay, so let's see what sort of chaotic thing I can come up with for both these boys. I mean, in general, I may just draw them, but Let's see.
What you're cackling about?
Oh, it's just most of the fact of trying to get this right.
Oh god, what are you drawing? I can't see it in live action, I can only see the stream
Right,
delay.
right, yep. The stream delay.
I hate waiting for new Agatha episodes.
I know! That series has just...
Next week is the last
chokehold.
one. Yes.
What?
Next week is the last one episode released, and then the week after has 2 episodes because one will be released on the 30th, which would be the 7th episode, and then the 31st will be the... Wait, no. The 30th would be the 7th. No, the 8th. No, hold on. I keep forgetting. Pretty sure it has 8 episodes. Yep. Wait, what? No, that's oh. Let's see. What's even better is this show. The show has less than a $40 million budget, but it looks so good.
Dang! Yeah, what the heck?
Okay, so 9 episodes. So next week is the 7th. The 30th is 8, and the 31st is 9. Because they're doing a 2-part special for Halloween.
We're just gonna ignore how hastily drawn Melodious's hands is.
Stick. Stick fingers.
Yup. Wait, I gotta double check. No, I can just look at that. Can I? Don't it? No, I don't have it listed. Fudge. Wait. Wait. Did I never? I'm going to smack myself. I don't think I ever really gave all of the Halcyon specific heights yet. I just have general heights. Well, I can tell y'all that Calyx is the tallest. Gonna post the work in progress in the Discord. Yo, yes!
I'm sure all of them are taller than you, Fluffy. I'm betting on that.
I'm actually not sure on which.
Oh. I've been trying to solve this Rubik's Cube for weeks and I'm terrible at it. I've just been doing random sequences, hoping that one day I'll get the right one.
Oof. But yeah, no. Calyx is the tallest. Trying to think. Because it's Calyx, Valios, Dupin, maybe? Or is it Dupin, Valios? I don't remember the order I did. Why does he look tall? This is why I don't start drawing the body first. I start head down. This is why I start head down. Because it just works out better. Yeah, no. The only people I have really confirmed their heights on is Melodious, Melodious, Rexus, and Zara. I really only have their heights confirmed. And if I remember correctly, I actually had Rexus be taller than Melodious. Just by a little bit.
Funny.
Maybe. Hold up. Let me check my information about my OC's channel. Because I have it in there. Okay. Melodious is 5'7". Okay, I do have Dupin's confirmed. His is 6'3".
Dang.
Yeah, no, he's tall. Yeah, Rexus is 5'9". Her sister, I believe is... No, both the sisters are the same height. They're both taller than Melodious. They're both taller than Melodious. Just by a little bit. Just by 2 inches, but not badly. I'd say actually most of the housing are probably around the same height, except for the 3 of Dupin, Valios, and Calyx. I'd say that's it. But yeah, no, Calyx, I can't remember what did I put Hero's height as? Because I had his height and Hero's height close? Okay, Hero is 6'7". Hero is 6'7", so probably Calyx would be like 6'6" or 6'7". Around that height. He suffers with... Fun fact about... Not so fun fact about Calyx, he doesn't like going to Dupin's Forge. For one reason, and one reason only. He always hits his head on the lanterns in the hallway. Dupin always tells him, you can lean your head away from the wall, but Calyx always forgets to. Okay. Just casually sketching an arm. That seems like way too long of a fucking arm. Language. Ah. I've noticed I've just been cussing a lot recently, and I dislike it. Oh well, it's fine. I looked over to my left because it's like, oh wait, why is my tablet screen off? Not remembering I have my tablet in my lap. Chat, I swear I'm fine. My brain just likes to autofill information where there's no information. He's a little bit of a lanky boy. I just realized how inconsistent I'm drawing this compared to the boy next to him. Ish. Maybe I am? Maybe I'm not? I don't know. Okay. Arms. They are arms. I did not want to hit that button. No. Ship. Ah! Ba. You know something I need to finish drawing later? I think the boy's dead. Oh well. Once the boy is alive, I shall ask him. I'll tell him my comment. Because there is something I was meaning to draw. Sorry, gang, I'm alive again. No, you're fine, you're fine. It's all good. It's all good, It's all cheese. I'm yapping in the RR Discord. That's fair, that's fair. You know, I love how I've started to, like, put more effort into him compared to what I did for Melodious. Why do I do that? It's just sketching. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. Friends are like my drawing work in progress. Yo! Neat. Oh, someone invaded his room. Okay. Never mind. Alright. Red, you want to know what I need to, like, go back to doing and such? That I need to finish? Goliath's work in progress drawing. Like, I haven't finished the boy. I need to go back and finish that. I mean, I might. I might after I'm done with this little doodle of the two. Just make this... Can I make this man's head a little bit smaller? Yeah, no. For those who don't know who certain people of my characters are, I'll try as I'm trying to fix Melodious's head a little bit here. So, I, on occasion, like to dabble in writing for an original story of mine that I've been working on for the past couple of years. And these characters, well, these two characters right here that I am working on, Melodious and Calyx are part of them. It's part of like the first little segment that I call the Halcyon Chronicles. And yes, I do mean the Halcyon Chronicles that I have the first book, Star Calling, up on my Wattpad. But anyways, these are two of the characters, and I will show some of their the others' designs in a moment. Once I figure out how to make him look less of a chunky boy. Yeah, no. There's like a foot of height difference between these two. I love that. Anyways, if I pull up my reference, ignore the fact that it's currently Corin. I shall show you all on the stream here. My Halcyon. So they're essentially just like the embodiment of certain things, like certain concepts and such. So, let me just pull it up on my phone because I don't want to. I mean, I could pull it up on my laptop here, but I don't want to. Okay. Let me just stop falling off of the little stand. Anyways, as I continue yapping, so they all represent a different concept, but you would think there's certain concepts that wouldn't embody certain things, but they do. So, if I pull up the manuscript for my full notes sheet, because I've been compiling all my notes into this for like a while now. Alright. That is their takes on sleep, their dimensions, that concept. Okay, here it is. So, I'm just going to list which ones are which. Melodious embodies purity. Nuea is caretaking. Zara is the light. Rexus is the dark. So, as I go over, I'm pointing to them in this little thing. Also, by the way, Rexus's design is subject to change because I have not settled on a design for her in the longest time. I mean, I may try making this look a little better, but probably the cosplay I did of her, I'll do a bit more based on that, because that just feels better. Okay. Calyx represents protection. Phalios is guidance. If we go down here, we have Dupin, who represents hard work and blacksmithing. Mainly just the hard work, but he is a blacksmith, so. Melias is magic. My sassy girl, Lobi, represents time and foresight. Galeath is the stars and the universe and such. Savias is nature. Do I have anything else? No, I don't. Okay. And then the twins. Devoid represents destruction. And Devi represents chaos. So, reasonably enough. Reasonably enough to memorize those, right? It is not what you think it is. Because you might think, oh, but why would somebody... You would assume Rexus means evil things. Devoid and Divine are evil things. Well, technically, yes, they are, but, like, they're not just that. They're not just evil. They represent a lot more than just the evils. But we'll get to those fun two in a moment. Because... So, Melodius. I mentioned he was purity. And such. Melodius is purity. But... I've been saying that a lot. I like butts. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm just a chaotic hacker. I am just chaos in general. Anyways. So. Melodius, he represents purity, right? It's not like, oh, I can do no evil. I have no limits for evil. No. This man literally gets infected and possessed. Spoiler alert, by the way. Yeah, no. Melodius's representation of purity actually is for adhering to your moral compass.
I'm back.
Oh, welcome back. I'm just explaining some concepts that I have not told you yet. But yeah, no. Melodius represents adhering to your moral compass. And such. How am I gonna draw this man's hairstyle? Hold up. Oh, gosh. Stop it. Get her? Anyways. He represents adhering to your moral compass, as I have said 3 or 4 times now. Nuea's caretaking, that one's a little more simple. It is, as one would think, about adhering to just your morals. Or not. Taking care of someone. My exact thing I wrote for it, though, is being hospitable and taking care of those who need it. For caretaking. The hair seems simple and not that difficult to pull off. Unless it's side view, then yeah, difficult. Yeah, it's just, I've never drawn it before, so I'm just gonna be struggling over here. Oh no, I have drawn his hair before, it's just not often. And technically, this isn't even the hairstyle I should be drawing, because this is what I'm planning for this to be, is actually pre-Halcyon. It is Star Calling era. Why am I drawing this so
Be again to go get supper.
Oh, okay. All good. All good, buddy. Anyways, before I get distracted for the 20th time in my explanation. So. Anyways. I explained Melodius and I explained his sister Nuea. Purity and caretaking. On to the next two. Zara and Rexus. Light and dark. You'd think it's just that, right? Just control of the light, control of the dark. The eternal conflict between two subjects. It's not. It is about actions taken between both. Zara and the light is meaning embracing charity and good deeds. Actions that are out there. And such. Things that you do that get recognition. Rexus is the opposite of that. Embracing actions you do for no acknowledgement. So like, say for example, you had some person who was just like struggling with something, and then just suddenly you see, or they have and receive something at their door. Nothing attached to it to say, hey, I did this for you, this is from me. Just given. Without any acknowledgement. Alright. Now let me just quickly... So that's for those two. Which, I like to have fun with these. I like to have fun with, like, the concepts. Although, for, I think for, Calyx and Phalios, it is a little more obvious. Though for Phalios, he gets mistaken a lot for another thing. But, Calyx represents protection, which is pretty plain forward cut. Stepping in for those who cannot stand for themselves. Protecting those who can't protect themselves, essentially. Phalios is guidance. And that's helping others along their path. He gets mistaken so much for the god of traveling. I mean, it's not wrong. He does like to travel a lot. Phalios always liked the open seas, and as you will come to learn along Star Calling and later on in the Halcyonic Chronicles, you'll find that he enjoys the traveling a lot. And he is their best navigator. So it is kind of a bit of a dual thing where it's like helping others along their path, like with advice, or literally helping others along their path, like with directions. Which I just find a fun little thing for that. And if you will know, there are definitely like some pairs in here. Well, most of them are in pairs. But, Dupin and Melias. Like I mentioned earlier, Dupin is the representation of hard work and blacksmithing. Most blacksmiths do look up to him for his, like, just in general talents and such. But his main thing is hard work, which is never giving up on what drives you. So always moving forward. Never giving up on your dreams. Always being there. And such. Just in general, hard work. They would probably enjoy the Dragon territory I made, maybe. Maybe. But yeah. He is the embodiment of hard work. And Melias, magic. Now, you would think magic is just, oh, fancy shinies, everything. And you would be like, but wait, wouldn't that mean all of the Halcyon technically have magic? So what makes her special? Magic does not just mean the ability of creating things with your hands and such. Like the typical magic systems that you would know. Or like witchcraft or spell work. Anything like that. For Melius, it's not that. It's not just that. It's following your heart and singing its songs. Because, fun fact, Melius is a bard. Melius is a bard. She is prolific in several instruments. And she can sing. She can sing. She definitely can sing. That is something for her. I will not wish anyone the pain and misery. Yep. Anyways, I just let me just don't mind this. This is just I realized I was needing to draw this boy technically with shorter hair. He technically needs to have shorter hair at this point. Well, it's not as floofy. It's not meant to be as floofy, but I love bard characters. Yeah. Well, I love Melius's character because she is so spunky, happy, and just like you mention anything and she will start down the most absolute rabbit hole of information you will ever find or hear from any of these characters. I have been waging war against skins. I noticed that. I think I'm making this a little too long. It's fine. Yeah. Melius is a bard, represents magic. All that. Anyways, before I get more off track. Okay. So I've explained those two. Next is technically a trio and such. Orion would love them purely because he loves searching for any kind of knowledge that he's allowed to find, and earns God knowledge's approval as blessings because of it. Okay, neat. So, next three. We'll start with my sassy girl, which, oh my gosh, I've been coming up with several just absolutely hilarious, like, quotes for her. Oh gosh, where is that one? I have to say it. It is absolutely hilarious. Wait, no, I know it off the top of my head. I know I do. Sorry. Gosh dang it, I'm forgetting it. Why? Why am I forgetting it? Okay, hold up. Random FLOOFS thoughts and quotes. Right. Sorry, did I say insults? I meant to compliment your stupidity. It is the best quote for this girl. I swear. She has the absolute most sass out of everyone. And she's not afraid to say what's on her mind, and she really does not care who it affects. Or who it's towards. Don't mind my thing. It's being weird. Afraid for raindrops? That's terrifying. Yeah. It's just... She's sassy on every level. And a certified BITCH. Yeah, you might be wondering how much she actually fits in and such. She is absolutely sassy. She does not really treat everyone in the originally. She doesn't really treat everyone with like respect. She is very blunt. Very blunt. Well, not necessarily blunt, actually. She is just like, I do not care. I will, like, say what's on my mind, and everyone else will have to suffer with it. I say that because Raindrop Curse requires him to be constantly insulted / hated. Sass counts. Yes. I drew that hand atrociously. What the fudge? I'm just gonna quickly use the restroom before I continue drawing that hand. Okay. If Red comes back, just tell him to entertain you guys. If he comes back before I'm back, at least. Anyways, berry chat.
I'm back. Seems like the thing is gone. This is my stream now. Backing it.
Don't mind me, chat. I kind of back.
I've taken
There
over
you go.
your stream. It's mine now.
Welcome back, by the way, buddy. Back to the intermission. And I know I was rambling about stuff, and I also reminded myself in the bathroom wall of a certain thing that really only Arya, Willow, and I know about.
Oh no.
I'm just gonna casually.
Have you finished construction on your room bathroom yet?
No. That's not gonna be done for a little while. If. Probably. Ever. Oh, God. What was that? Okay, let me see if I can find this. Backups. Did I put it in here? I did not. Gosh darn it. Can I
What?
find it? I must find this now. It's going to drive me nuts if I don't. It is only something that 3 people, including myself, know. No, it wouldn't be in here. I've never seen it in here before. What am I doing? Okay. Where is this area? Fudge. I could just re-download it. Hold up. It is something I reminded myself of in the bathroom. Okay, where'd I put that? No, it'd be up in here. Right. I forgot about that death one. Okay, where is this thing?
On.
Okay. Was it that far up, or where the heck did I put it? Actually, you know what? I could do something so much easier for me. Of course, I need to index this place. I'm barely active, I swear. Something only 3 of us knows. Should I be concerned? Nah. Not at all. It's just gonna bring up some fun memories. Also, not being able to hear the band across the street. Here it is. Let me save this. Okay, and then let me just put it and here. Yoink. And then done. We're just gonna pop. Oh, it's underneath that. Hold up. There we go. Remember this, Arya? For everyone else, there's absolutely no context. There's absolutely none. Gosh, this is... I randomly reminded myself of this while I was in the bathroom. I reminded myself of it for some reason. For context to everyone else, I did not draw the orb itself. I just drew the eyes and put the little thing on it, and then wrote on it, "Congrats! It's an orb!"
I don't understand whatsoever.
So you know those little things that say, "Congrats, it's a boy! Congrats, it's a girl!
Oh, yeah.
Congrats, it's an orb!" That's the only
Lion orb.
context. That is literally the only context, bro. Alright, back to this. And I know I completely got off topic. I still write important lore about the orb. Yup. Okay. So I know I last left off, got on the side tangent of Lovie. But, Lovie represents time. Don't you dare. Anyways, Lovie represents time and foresight, and is simply planning for what lies ahead. Because a lot about Lovie is... Well, I should also preface, Lovie has the ability to foresee the future. And such.
Basically,
Or events that could happen.
Like a divination witch, because they can see stuff in the future.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So her main thing is that she can, well, foresee things that would come to existence. And that's actually how she met the other members of the Halcyon. It's because she saw, like, what would happen if they did get caught. So then she decides to step in and it essentially leads to that line I said earlier for her about the sorry, did I say insult? I meant compliment your stupidity. Still love that line so much, I swear.
I feel like there's certain things she wouldn't be able to see, like her own, like certain things about her own life.
Yeah, there is limitations to it. Like, okay, this ties into the tragedy itself. You remember the tragedy, right, Brad? What I've labeled as tragedy. The Halcyon's fall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I've just been labeling that as the tragedy, because it is. But, she knew Calamitis was coming. Just not when. That is a part of her limitations, is that she doesn't have sometimes a very clear set indication on when. So she saw the fact that there was going to be a demon coming. And technically she did see that she would die to the demon. She didn't know that it was that at the time, but when it came to her death, she realized too late. Everyone realized too late. So that is a part of her limitations, is that she doesn't always know when. Alright. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to fix this freaking... Drying hands, bro. It's drying hands.
No, for some reason, I'm gonna send you a song real quick, and for this song, it makes no sense as to why I listen to the song around the specific time I do. But for some reason, I listen to that song around, like, Christmas time, like, the night before, for whatever reason. And I don't know why.
The bees keys. I'm not gonna be able to play it while I'm streaming, but I'll play it later when I'm not streaming and such.
I just don't know why that specific song, because it has nothing to do with Christmas.
That's fair. That is entirely fair.
I'm gonna check Twitter to see if Mariah Carey breached containment from the SCP Foundation.
Hopefully not yet. We're just gonna ignore the atrocious hands. I'm not fixing them. I hate how evenly that lines up. Anyways. As I was explaining, Lovey, Foresight, yes. If Andrew ever met any and every one of them, he'll instantly know their greatest flaw and bluntly mention it without a single care. Again, part of his curse. That's fair. He would probably be able to, prevent the tragedy, if anything.
Who?
Oh, just... There is a thing. Technically. That you can prevent the Halcyon's tragedy from happening. And it does revolve around a single person.
Oh boy.
Melodious. You have to convince Melodious. Like, if you have prior knowledge of, like, what would happen, you, like, were able to go back in time to that point, you would have to go to Melodious and convince him to admit, to be like, hey, yeah, I need help. I'm infected. Because he needs the wake-up call.
Yeah.
But the reason why it never happened is because no one realized in time.
Mm.
Because if you can get Melodious to admit his faults,
Yep.
then you can convince him to admit to the others to be like, hey, I need help. Because that's something he doesn't like to necessarily do. Because it actually does involve something that I mentioned earlier. And that's how you would think purity is about, like, oh, being perfect, not having any flaws, not being able to be infected. He thought that. He thought he couldn't be infected. So he got scared of that.
Bro, he pulled a
That's-
saber.
Yep.
Got too confident about not being able to be infected.
Well, not that he was confident that he wasn't able to be infected, is that he thought he couldn't be. So when he is, he's panicking because he doesn't want to tell anyone.
This wasn't in my handbook about my powers.
Exactly. But yeah, no, that's like the main reason why. So yeah, you can technically, if you go back and convince him, it would not technically change the future, though. There's a few things probably with that I'll explain later.
Goliath, if he knew the weakness to demons earlier, as soon as he got taken over. I don't think so, buddy.
Yup. Red knows this, but the demons are very much weak to starlights and such. I consider Starlight in my character lore as the purest form of light. How ironic the song I'm listening to is. The song lyrics. My gosh, sorry. The song is called Pure Sunlight. My god. Anyways. Technically, if a demon in my lore is vanquished by Starlight, it is essentially they get Wicked Witch of the West. They dissolve. They go, wee! I'm melting! What a world! Yeah, no, that's what happens if they get Starlight blasted. So technically, Goliath has the fun job and such when it comes to things. Wait, was his thing tucked in? Yeah, no, it should have been, because there was the little things in the back. Right? Yeah, no, it is. I'm forgetting my character design. that should be great for the back. Anyways, besides that, anyway, I really got off topic for what I was explaining. Anyways, back to discussing stuff. So I discussed Slovy. Next is Goliath and what his represents, because I did mention the starlight. Or he represents the stars and the universe, essentially. His, being the stars, actually is more of holding on to open-mindedness and acceptance. Because it's like the world is big and vast. So, like, there is a lot to the world. So remaining with, like, a very, like, closed mind is not exactly, like, the best thing. Like, there is a big world out there. My wrist! Don't mind me. I hate the hands so much.
I hate people.
Oh?
I just found a stupid soundboard.
Oh gosh. Do not play it on stream, okay?
It's not really that bad. It's no cursing, and I don't think you can get copyrighted for it, but it's just stupid.
Well, still.
It's a parody of The Weather Outside is Frightful.
Oh. It does not have any innuendos in it, does it?
No.
Play it.
Let me find it.
The weather outside is risen, but the fire is so skibidi. Since I've got to go, Ohio, Ohio, Ohio.
I'm going to murder whoever made that. I swear to living everything in existence, I'm going to murder whoever made that. I swear. I'm going to murder them. I am going to.
I was just scrolling through community sounds on voice mod, and I just came across that, and I'm like,
so much.
hmm?
I heard it so much. Yeah, just was there. Oh gosh, this is gonna be fun because I technically didn't really have a canon look yet for my boy before he or before traveling. I don't really have. So I guess we're just gonna do a simple.
I wish people didn't exist.
Oh?
That song.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Am I bringing Raindrop force therapy sessions to other worlds now? Sure, he can still make God. He can make God take therapy, but still. Yeah.
Found a soundboard of Grian.
Oh gosh.
It's so chaotic.
Do I even want to know?
it's hold on. There we go.
I told you! Why didn't you just... I can't even...
I know exactly where that's from.
What is it? Jimmy! Jimmy!
I know exactly which clip that's from. I watched that clip.
I love it so much.
Oh gosh, it is amazing. Grant?
I love it when Grian. I love it when he plays Phasmophobia with Jim Impulse, and I think Skiz. It's so funny.
Can I just draw this freaking nose right? My gosh.
No, you have been cursed.
No. Nose. Okay, let me
Let's see
just...
if I can find more Grian soundboards.
Yes! You should have seen Azuma's first attempt in playing Phasmo. It was beautiful.
Oh no. The more and more it gets closer to November 5th, the more and more I see political ads. And I don't want to
Yep.
see them anymore.
Speaking of which, I got a postcard today from them.
Oh, it's your turn to vote.
Mm-hmm. Like, I have it at the end of my deck. You wanna hear what they sent to me?
What?
Hello, legal name. Thank you for being a voter. Who you vote for is private, but whatever you vote is public record. Please vote in the November 5th election. I want to tear this thing. I genuinely want to tear it up.
Pretty sure
It's
your
like, okay.
state is like a red state.
I don't even know. I don't even care, bro. Like, I will vote. But if you're trying to do this, like, stuff for me, it's like, okay, fine. The only valuable information was the fact that it's like, oh yeah, November 5th. Okay, fine. Thank you for the information. You could have just said that. Like, genuinely, the fact that they had to include who you vote for is private, but whether you vote is public record, like...
So?
So? Yeah, it's, like, stupid. Like, WTF. I don't care. it's like, okay, yeah, I'll vote, but it's like, okay,
Oh,
okay.
oh, that's great. What I'm looking at is beautiful.
What?
It's there's a website called 270 to Win, and it shows you a bunch of different polling companies that poll every couple days or months or so, and then show if a state's likely to be Democratic, Republican, leans towards it, or if it's a toss-up. Right now, the one that I'm looking at, this isn't accurate in any way, shape, or form, but it shows that Michigan is still a toss-up for some reason, and Nevada is still a toss-up. I don't know why it's showing Wisconsin as red, because it's mostly a predominantly blue state, but it shows Pennsylvania is blue, and Pennsylvania has 19 electoral votes.
Oh
So,
gosh.
so if Harris wins Michigan and Nevada, 276 votes.
Mm.
Same with Wisconsin, but it's kind of
It also
stressful
makes-
looking at them.
Yeah, fair. It also just makes me laugh the fact that Republicans have not run the popular vote in like so many years. Like,
A literal decade.
yeah, if that doesn't say anything about like stuff, it's like, okay, buddy. Okay.
Pretty sure the last one was like Ronald Reagan or something. I forget. Who was the last? Let's see. Last. Not.
Also, by the way, for people in chat, it's okay to express opinions as long as it's not like overbearing, being like, oh, you should vote for this or all this and that, and just trying
Okay.
to shove your opinion down other people's throats.
Last Republican president who also won the popular vote was George W. Bush in 2004, which is 20 years ago now.
Oh, my God.
I don't really like popular vote though, because majority of people live like in California, Texas, New York.
Mm-hmm.
And I especially don't like most of the people in California. But they're a special group
A
of
different
people.
breed.
Yeah, they're special. Same with Texas. It's just they're so condensed in those like 3 areas. Texas 40 votes, New York 28, and California 54, and Florida 30. I don't even need to get started on Florida, but those 4 states make up over 100 electoral votes, which is crazy.
Hmm.
I'm trying to put every state as a toss-up besides those first states. See how many votes exactly.
Nearly done with this-ish.
Yeah, so New York, California, Texas, and Florida alone make up 152 votes
How fun!
out of forget how many. So if it's toss up, 386. It's toss up. So, plus 1, 2. That's 538 electoral votes, of which 152 is decided by 4 states.
Oh, fun!
It's a good chunk of votes.
Yeah, jeez.
I don't like the distribution system because they go whichever state is like declining in population or is slowing in population growth gets votes taken away from it in favor of states who have higher population growth.
Yeesh. Yeah, I realized I completely forgot to finish explaining my
Oops.
Halcyon stuff. Yeah, no. I last left off explaining Goliaths and such. Which, his is very simple and such. I love this boy because of just... Later on, I really do need to draw and finish Goliath's design and make his hair more fluffy. Because I want his hair to be curly as frick.
Why?
Goliath with fluffy and curly hair, though. It just makes sense.
You need to like draw a piece of art of him and those specific 2 other members.
Yes, I will. Hands down, I will.
Bruh, as soon as I commented on Twitter that I need a new background that actually fits my thing, within seconds, I don't know if it's a bot. Probably not
Oh,
because
someone?
it has a good few followers, but someone just like in seconds commented offering for me to
Dang.
commission them, and I'm just like, no. I don't know them.
Jeez.
I've never seen them before, so. And they don't even have a good banner themselves.
Oh gosh.
It's just a black banner with like white text of some sort on it.
Fun.
Let's see, they only have 397 followers, which is a lot more than me, but let's see. Yeah, their banner is just anything worth having takes time. And I don't like their art. Some of it looks AI generated, which I'm pretty sure it is.
Oh, fun.
Because their art styles are not consistent for anything.
Gotta hate that. I can draw them, but extra sparkly because I like adding sparkles for specific characters. That's fair. Goliath, it's hard to determine from like this little image I have of him, but his hair is literally like a sparkle vest, like stars in every strand of his hair. Because,
You know, I just
yes.
I took a closer look at that person's Twitter, and they have so many different art styles on there. It's actually
Gosh.
crazy.
Hold up, I'm being invaded. Alright, now that I'm not being invaded.
I don't know why anyone would pay someone for AI. It like makes no sense that people
Yeah, no.
get away at all with charging for AI art. It's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I like to look at it. That's about it. I'm never going to pay for it because
Yeah, no.
if I really wanted to, I could do it myself for free.
Exactly.
But I'm not going to. I'd rather pay an artist.
Yeah,
But
same.
some AI art is just like eye candy. Sometimes it's just so weird looking or
Yeah.
like it
I mean,
looks good and then you realize, oh wait.
I will admit, I have used AI for a few things, but it was mainly just for like... Here, I can pull it up on stream. But it's for like monster designs.
Yeah.
Because I do not have the talent to make monster designs sometimes. I forgot about that concept. I need to bring it back or something. Anyways, I'll just pull this up. Put it behind you. But if you look at stream, I generated this. AI generated that. Which is not quite... Well, no, it is kind of what I had in mind. But it is essentially what, It is what a certain character of mine looks like in a beast form. So.
No.
A beast who guards the ancient Netherian library. Well, I should say the actual title for the thing is, or the library is the Great Neheo Library.
Oh my god.
So. That's just what I have it called for now. But yeah. No, I used AI to generate that. And I also have some other ones that look kind of weird. Some of it, definitely, you would be like, oh, okay, that's kind of borderline body horror kind of vibe. But yeah. I keep on getting distracted. Anyways, the next character I was going to explain for her concept of what she embodies is Savias, who embodies nature. Which hers, you'd kind of expect it to be what I put the concept down as, and that is mainly embracing and treating the world around you with kindness. Because it's like, what? She likes to treat everything with kindness. Alright. The fun last two for this little ramble session before I get even more distracted is the Void and Divine. The Chaos Twins. The twins in general. That's what they're called. Even though they're half siblings.
Yeah.
They are half siblings, if I remember correctly from what I put down. Let me double check. Because otherwise that's going to annoy the living daylights out of me. Okay, where's my little theories and discussions. Flip lore! Because I also ramble about it in there. Oh, I never mentioned that. No, I did. Melias is a great singer. Alright. Yeah, no, Devoid and Devi are half-siblings. They are half-siblings. Which means they share a parent. And such. So, technically, they have the same mother, they just have different fathers. So. Take that as you will, because they both came from a cult.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Devoid and Devi were born into a cult. Which is quite ironic, because of the lore behind them. But I will explain that lore after I'm done explaining what they both embody. So, as I mentioned earlier, Devoid embodies destruction, and Devi embodies chaos. Let me just squiggle, squiggle my little thing there. Both of them. All right. So, Devoid is destruction. Which you would think, oh, just everything, destruction, everything's destroyed, ruins and all that. Nope. He actually represents letting go of what plagues your past. So, like, destroying a past that does not belong to you anymore. And just feeling that sort of thing. The freedom from it. And Devi is chaos. Letting go of the letting go of the opinion of others. So it's, for her, it's mostly like not caring what other people say about you. And getting all caught up in that. Because technically both of them are the most evil, but their actual reasoning, or the actual meanings behind what they represent, are probably some of the most, like, important, I guess, as for, like, developing a person, to an extent. Both of them kind of deal with past trauma. Which is very much ironic, because both of them have a lot of past trauma. Again, they grew up in a cult. Let me also, very quickly, because I realized my little thing needs to be reset. Okay, there we go. Alright, anyways. So, as I mentioned, Devoid and Devi came from a cult. That cult was centered around fighting demons.
Oh boy.
Which is technically what the Halcyon do during their travels, is that they have to fight several demons.
Yeah.
Because that is their main, like, opponent, besides, Mr. Icicle himself. Chasing after the kids. But, they have to fight the demons and such. The cults was going out about it in such a horrid way, though. They were having children and raising them to be the perfect sacrifices to go fight these demons.
What?
Yep. The cult was trying to fight the demons by training children to fight them. And not caring what the heck happened to these children. So that's what Devoid and Devi were meant to be. Well, actually it was meant mainly Devoid who was going to be sent off. And Devi was just going to be used as another, you know, breeder. Essentially.
Wow.
Yeah, no, the cult was messed up. The cult was very much messed up. So when the crew finds the twins, the twins ran away from the cults, and they were being hunted down by other cult members to be like, oh no, we are not letting you leave. You are meant for your duties. You cannot escape them. That's when they kind of just get yoinked by the rest of the Halcyon crew at this point, because they are the last ones they find. I have that canon that they are the last two that the crew find.
Okay.
And afterward, I'm planning for a little fun twist, is that as they're trying to leave, because where they are, essentially, when they find the twins, is up in Conranth, which is a bunch of hilly terraced areas and such.
Yeah.
It's plateaus. Conranth is mainly plateaus, and if you go further, further west, which is up on my map, you will find that you end up in these snowlands and such.
Yeah.
So it's mainly plateaus, and then it transfers into hills and, well, foothills, and then mountains, and then snowlands. So that's kind of Conranth's eventual, like, thing. They don't really go that far into Conranth and such. But, yeah, no, I can explain where every single one of them meet up at, like, which region. Because that is. I'm gonna actually pull up the map on my thing here for everyone's references on what the heck I'm rambling about. So, where is this? Should be in my saved pictures, because I also have it marked out. Which ones are which region? Just overlay that. Alright. So, these are the different regions. As you can tell on my little thing, west is up. Don't ask me why, that's just how I have it, because of mental imaging. Okay, anyways. So I'm not marking up the map. As you can see, I have several areas on here, and this is not technically the full map. This is just a screenshot I took for all the different regions. And this is also for later in Halcyon, or the Halcyon Chronicles. They start up until... Okay, so. Telmach is where they start. Where the entire trip starts. This is where, Melodius and Nuea first leave. They live up in Telmach here. And 4 others live up in Telmach. Or they are up in Telmach when they meet each other. And that is Rexus and Zara, who meet up, and Zara saves Calyx. And then they eventually go and find Phalios at one of the port towns. Which is probably going to be that one right up there. Or maybe it'd probably be around here, I don't know. They just go up to one of these port towns and such. And then they find, Phalios. Only after they realize that, Melodios' father actually sent, soldiers after them, and the soldiers, burned Phalios' ship. Slaughtered everyone on there.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that's Phalios' lore, is that he lost his entire crewmates and his ship, and he is
Whose father
supposedly
did
the
that?
only. Melodios's.
Bruh, his father's so rude.
Oh,
So-
you
he's such a
don't
bad
know
guy.
half of it.
What about his mother?
Melodios's father's mother is a sweetheart, but she is blinded by her love, supposed love, for her husband.
Mhm.
Because
Got
I
it.
have it so that at one point he did technically love her,
Technically, oh, that's not a good thing to say at all.
but eventually he became cold and distant, and that is when the kids came into play. I'm not going to be revealing too much here on stream. I will ramble about it to you, Red, later,
Okay.
because it's major spoilers, but I'll tell you about that later. But, no, Nobleman Clearwater, as his only name is going to be, you never learn his first name, or his middle. You only know him by his title and his last name. Icicle is my freaking nickname for him. He is an icicle of a man. I made this character for people to hate, and I hate the character myself, so. Anyways. Why does my brain just frigging remind myself of the random quote I did where I was listening to music at work while, like, coming up with scenarios, and then I mentally had the line of Nobleman Clearwater saying, Melodios, and then the song went, I'm just a little gay. I'm sorry. That entire thing is just cemented in my brain, bro. It's not true on this line is, but it was hilarious because of that at the time. Oh gosh. Anyways, back to explaining like where each person came from. So, yeah, no, technically the entire top row on my little reference all come from Conrad, or Telmac. Because that's actually where most of the, nobility lie. And
Yeah.
this little top area here, I'm sure you'll see it later on the stream, Red, that is the kingdom, and such. So technically, I can't remember. The entirety of Telmac is a kingdom. And such. And I can't remember what I did for it.
Just looked
So.
back on the stream and saw the map, and that big desert thing is just like a majority
Yeah,
of that area.
yeah. That's the Great Balradine Desert.
Bro, it's the Sahara Desert.
essentially. Yeah, no, Balradine Desert is like huge. And technically, Balradine is the largest province, or largest region.
Guys, their buildings are just sandcastles and stuff.
Nobody's settled in the Balradine Desert except for like
Oh, really?
on the lower section. Like the entirety
Is that
of
bad?
Yeah, no, it's a major desert. There's barely any water out there. And
Dang.
it's hard to convey on this because it's like, oh, but this looks like it'd be kind of small. No, this entire map is huge. It takes several days just to cross the little strait. Like at the thinnest part of Balradine's desert.
Dang.
It takes several days. But yeah, no. So. Melodios, Nuea, Zara, Rexus, Calyx, and Phalios all are from Telmac. Well, technically Phalios comes from the sea. He'll always argue that. He'll always argue that he comes from the sea. But, Dupin, Melias, and, Goliath all come from Balradine.
Ooh.
Goliath is actually the son of a gypsy caravan, and they traverse the desert
Nice.
all the time. All the time. They live in the desert. And, let's see. Dupin comes from, let's see. Up here? Okay. So, Dupin comes from up here, towards the border of Balradine and Talmach. And I can't remember where. Somewhere in here. Maybe it was up here? Sorry, just double checking where it was. Yeah, no. That is where Dupin originates from. That is where Melias originates from. However, they both meet the rest of the crew further off on the border of Talmach and Balradine on this edge of the mountains. And that is due to reasons on the fact that the crew was originally going to head through here, through the mountains. Well, more of along here. And then over to like this region. But then they realized that there was a border patrol along the mountains, and they had to instead go that way. For their own safety, because Melodios's dad was not giving up. He wants his son back. He cared less really about his daughter, but he wanted his son in specific back. And I'm not saying why. So yeah. They originally went around the mountains and through some of the lakes and such, just to avoid most of the soldiers that were trying to ambush them along this front, which eventually does lead up to them coming across Melias and Dupin in this side of the mountains. Now you may ask, why was Dupin over here, closer to them? Welcome back, by the way. I was just starting to explain how they met, how the crew meets Dupin and Melias. So, Dupin up here, Melias up here. Those who have kind of followed my lore for a bit and such, I did this a bit a while ago, but I was starting to work on a bit of a comic, and I wrote something. I think it was actually for when I first did concepts, or first drew Dupin, maybe. I can't remember where. I don't quite remember where I did it. No, it was when I first drew Dupin's thing. Right, it was. So when I first drew Dupin, I wrote a bit of a short story, and there's more to that story on my DeviantArt, by the way. And technically my Wattpad, but I haven't posted that. I need to finish that a little short. But it was explaining on why Dupin was sent to the Ramiro household. Essentially, he rebelled against his dad a bit, and his dad was like, I'm going to send you to the Romero household to learn more about what it means to be the leader of a city. Dupin was like, I've definitely fricked up, but I shall accept this. And Dupin didn't really enjoy the thought of it at first because he knows his younger sister Kueni was gonna be upset. She was upset. She was very upset with the fact that her older brother was now gone. And such. So, she was sad. She was sad, but she does eventually hear about the fact that her brother is now off roaming across the continents and such, or the regions. And eventually they do actually come back, or they do, or the crew does come to Dupin's home. And you'll come to figure out that there are certain allies of the group, and some people are not allies. I can explain that very quickly. I mean, I have already hinted to the fact that the, Nobleman Clearwater wants his kids back home. Because he sent soldiers after them, and he sent word across the regions to several leaders to be like, hey, if you see my children, send them home. Also, hello, Ruby. Don't mind me. I'm just rambling about my lore. Because truly, I could talk about this for hours. I truly could. But yeah. Yeah, no, there are several allies, several not. So eventually, after they finish, the crew meets up with Melias and Dupin. They head down this direction into Balradine. They skirt around the mountains. And which means they have to take the long way into, they have to take the long way through the thing. I just woke up from a nightmare, I don't know. That's fair. Hopefully my stream can help you relax a bit. Anyways. So yeah, no, the crew eventually has to, like, take the long way through Balradine. Because they can't exactly go through the short straight. Which was originally their idea, but they had to avoid it because of the patrols from the siblings' father. Which eventually is when along the line they come across Goliath, the absolute spunky boy. And he insists on coming with. Because he finally met the people from his dreams.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. You remember me explaining that? Or explaining the concept of his third eyesight?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So essentially, Goliath and Lovi both share a foresight kind of thing. Lovi can actually see events and such. Dupin, or not Dupin, but Goliath only sees people important to him in the future. Like, people he will meet who are going to impact his life. So, that's a bit of some lore for between these two on such. Anyways. On to Kazuko. Because, fun fact, nobody goes into Teiri. You might see, or might take notice, that along this line, there is a bunch of foothills, and it traverses into the mountain range. That is because nobody goes into Tayri because they believe it's populated by a race of Cattans who are very freaking vicious. Fun fact, they were just defending their turf. And they literally only live in that upper region, the Cattans. They always defended the borders. What actually existed within Tayri was old ruins. Because there was a civilization there at one point, but then they died out. And it was the Fae. There was fairies. There was Fae. But they died out. In Tayri. For unknown reasons I have not come up with. Anyways. Kazuko is where Lovi and Savias both live. Lovi, I can't remember. I believe Lovi actually lived more up here. And Savias was down here. Because, fun fact, you'll take notice that most of the crew are of nobility. Melodius and Nuea are from the Clearwater family. Zara and Rexus are from the Melody family. Dupin was from the Monte Carlo family. Melias was from the Romeros. Lovi... Why do I forget her last name? Oh gosh. What was Lovi's last name? Hold up. Where's Lovi's last name? Stellaris. Okay. Lovi was Stellaris. Or from the Stellaris family. And they're actually the only ones from nobility. As you can kind of tell from my little drawing, this is meant to be during star calling, a little thing. Melodious just being like, wait, he's blind? And just Alex awkwardly staring off, being like, yeah, I'm blind. Since birth.
Dang.
Yeah, Calix is canon blind. And he will always be blind during all the series. He never actually regains his sight, but you'll learn that Zara eventually teaches him a way to see. Using magic. Zara dabbled in magic. Melias was the prominent magic person. And the main healer. Anyways. So, like I was explaining. So, Savias came from a small village in the swamp. She's not a noble girl. She's a common girl. Lovi, however, Lovi is the daughter of the Grandmaster. The Grandmaster is the prominent reigning authority over all of Kazuko. And you'll come to find out that there are several reigning people. Talmok is mainly, or Talmach is controlled by the king. I have not really determined much about the king, just be warned. Balradine is split into provinces because of how huge it is. And some of the prominent families are the Montecarlo and the Ramiros. For them. Conrath, I really haven't determined much for, so, like, that's on the sketchboard still, so. I never really mentioned what... For context, Calix was a servant to a noble family. His mother left after she realized she gave birth to a blind boy, which left Calix to be raised by his father. I am trying to remember. His mother was a maid. His mother was a maid. And I think Calix's father was like an advisor to the noble family, maybe? I need to double check that. I need to write that down in my notes, because I know I have not. Okay, let's see. Let me go to my contact. I know exactly which one it is. I just need to find where it is. Where is A World Without Color? Okay. Right. His father served nobles in their courts, and his mother was a maid. Oh, no. It wasn't after she realized she birthed a blind child. She actually left Calix and his father when Calix was 7.
So why'd she leave?
Because she couldn't stand the fact that she birthed a blind child.
Oh, wow. What
Because
a horrible person.
Yeah. As you will come to realize, I have put a lot of, like, traumatic things that have happened to some of these characters.
For when
And
the
such.
house
And there are horrible characters.
Just imagine when they become like the fully fledged Halcyon members and they become recognizable. If his mother is still alive, she'll turn around and say, "That's my boy, that's my boy."
That's actually why the Halcyon are prominent in Teyri.
Oh god.
Yeah. I mean, you can find, like, places dedicated to the Halcyon later on in, like, the other, regions, but they're few and far between. They are predominantly in Teyri. Also, hello, Ranger. Yes, lore is going on. I'm explaining more lore about my, Halcyon characters and such in the map. And their journey. And which characters are from where. But yeah, no. Calix has some interesting lore behind him. Because he was born blind. He could never see. His mother left him and his father when Calix was 7. And his father took up teaching Calix and such by himself. Like, you gotta give props to this man because he was teaching his blind boy while also maintaining his own job and such.
Dang.
And he was a good father. He was a very good father. But, the only reason why Calix necessarily left is because his dad died.
Oh,
and such.
no.
His dad died when Calix was 17. I might actually have to tinker that a little. Hold up. Do I need to tinker that? Yeah, maybe. Oh, welcome back, Doodles.
Hello, Doodles.
Yeah, his dad died, and then later on, people did not cherish the thought of a blind boy in the courts. Or amongst the things, because he's blind. How can he do a good job? How can he do even a single job? So, some people, after Calix's father died, after Mr. Crystal died, by the way, that's his last name, Crystal. They actually hunted down Calix. And they were going to murder him before Zara found him. And Zara just takes Calix's hand and runs with him. Like, leading him to safety. So, that's how kind of Calix joins the crew as well. Is because Zara literally just finds him, brings him back, and then turns to her sister and is like, "Can we keep him?" Yup. Rex is just like, why? But then understands after she realizes, oh, hey, he was gonna get killed if not. So it's like, okay, fine, we can take him along with. And then later on, they do meet up with Melodious and Nuea. I keep on flipping back to the art because it's like, that was kind of Melodious's reaction. You're my friend now. We're having soft tacos later. Exactly. You'll actually come to find out that Zara is one of the partially hot-headed characters. She has a confidence about her that is definitely fostered as you go along. To kind of explain Zara and Rexus and some of the things about the world and such. So, typically, for nobility, everything in the family goes to the firstborn son and such. Like, main respect, the state eventually, after the parents or the father has, like, passed on, and all of that. However, if the firstborn is a daughter, you have to hope for a son. Usually. So, the Melody family birthed 2 daughters and such, and they called that quits. They were not going to try for another. They did not want to try for another. Which left the fact that Rexus was instead the one appointed as the one who would take over things, which is an atypical thing, but it was acceptable if they could not birth a son.
Little did they know that their child would have been a son.
But yeah, so because of this, since Zara was the younger, everything was made to try and make Zara the better one. She was the oldest. She deserved to be acknowledged as beautiful, elegant, poised, and more mature. Zara, however, constantly lived in Rexus's shadow. She was forced to wear clothes that were less fancy than her sister, always taught to hold her tongue, to not speak up, to always remain still, to be well behaved, to be a lady. And she was very much restricted in what she could do. So she always felt jealous of her sister and angry because her sister was given all this praise and such, and Zara was given nothing. She was not allowed to be herself. Because Zara had talents that Rexus did not. But Rexus noticed that. You'll actually come to find out later on that the night of the ball, or the, what did I call it? It was a ball, wasn't it? I can't remember. Anyways, moving on. The night of that where Melodios actually meets, Zara and Rexus is actually when the two leave and such. Because, or maybe I'll alter that later, but they do leave. And that is because Zara is finally done being told to remain silent, to be lesser than her sister. So she snaps at her sister. She says, "You are all those things and I am forced to live in your shadow." But Rexus actually doesn't want her sister to live in her shadow. Because Rexus can see that her sister is so much prettier than she is. Has the beautiful hair, has the more fair features and such. She is more gorgeous than herself. And she knows her sister deserves to be acknowledged for those things. For her beauty, for her personality, and for her skills. And when the conversation does come up between those two, Rexus says that. She actually takes initiative. And that is when, after that fight, Rexus settles and is like, "I'm going to take you to see the world. In an entire region and different, setting, so that you don't feel like you have to be lesser than me." So Rexus absolutely plays a epic card, being the better older, or being a good older sister, and hearing her younger sister out, and helping her younger sister feel accepted and heard, because Rexus knows Zara deserves better. And she makes sure of it. She literally takes Rexus out to explore the world, and eventually they do meet up with Melodios and Nuea, and yeah, take Alex along with. So that is some fun lore about those two. And as I said earlier, I can ramble about my lore for hours. My gosh, I can explain every single detail that has been rotting in my brain for the past so many years. So Oh yeah, that is some of the lore about the dance. And also, you know what? Yummy, yummy lore, yes. Fine cuisine. Yeah, no, I have a lot of, like... I have a decent amount of lore around the Halcyon figured out and such. I'm still developing some of it, like some of the finer details, but I have basic outlines and such for, like, things that happen. So... do I want to color in this? Probably not. I really need to start making some lore outlines for Darkness Breach. That's fair. That's fair. Don't feel bad because my entire lore has been spanning across literally since I was 2nd grade. This entire world within my brain has just been there for years. I have a majority of my ideas in my head, just not in a Google Doc yet. That's fair. That is fair. Guys, I have a story. Trust, please. Yep. Oh yeah. Who wants to know the Halcyon's titles? Because I have all of them. I have all of them set down. I mean, some I may tweak later, but for now, they're set. Did this boy die again? Who are you? No clue who that person was. Oh well. Artemis is a really blue Steve, guys. You gotta believe me. I started my lore stuff in 4th, 5th grade and it was really picked up when Iron was accidentally created in RP. That's fair. I have the opposite problem. So many different lores for different stories, and sometimes it pops out of nowhere and takes up space in my brain. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Don't get me started on the whole world of Pentagon's lore. Especially Zaheo's lore. I kid you not, my favorite thing to do is world building. It is. My absolute favorite thing is world building. Because I've started to create nether lore, and I have pretty much started working on a custom language. I need to do more for that language. I actually need to like define it and such that it's easier to actually make a written form of it. That's gonna be for later though. That's gonna be later. Looks at all the side stories I wrote being in the same world, but from different points of time. Well, at least Arya's Diary lore is easy to follow, even if it's followed by sciencey ramble. Yeah, we know, Ranger. Voice of the 138 E's. I'm pretty sure that number has gone up. Because, good gosh, Ranger, why are there so many? The AI I made last night already has 5 pages of lore notes and a series of runes. Yes. Amazing. My brain doesn't shut up. That is such a mood, bro. Like, I have it so that sometimes I'll just be existing, listening to music, and then suddenly get the most gut-wrenching idea for lore that actually ties in things.
I'm back. What's happened?
Oh, welcome back. I'm just rambling about some things about
I forgot
such.
when I went AFK.
I don't even know when you went AFK, buddy. You just went quiet.
Around...
Am I just late?
I went AFK around where randomly just said I'm hoping for at least runner-up. That's like
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that
around
was.
when I went AFK.
Yeah, that's a while ago. I'm working that part, okay? He's gonna get better odds soon. Nah, Ranger has to counteract the fact that Light has been the main character in several of the good Steve RPs of recent. You can't tell me I'm wrong. He has been very much used. Like, genuinely. Like, damn, bro.
I really don't know why specifically Light.
I mean, to be fair, Light really did not get a lot of, like, character development in Rainbow Quest or Steve Saga, so...
That's true.
I guess the Steve series nowadays just give him more. So, yeah. Yap, not hap. Autocorrect is dumb. Yes, it is. I agree. Autocorrect very much is dumb. It's a dummy. Anyways, I said I was gonna ramble about, like, or list what each of the Halcyon's, like, titles are. Because I did state which one of them's have, or which one of them is, like, representing what? Character development equals make them suffer? Yes. Yes. Okay, so if I just bring this up into here so that it's a little easier to tell which is which from the little thing. Also to just tell designs better, you know, so y'all are not having to strain your eyes looking at it. I made Steve Saga a villain. Worse. Stop Agatha along bell dinging me.
No.
Stop bell dinging me. We're not summoning it. I'm not gonna start singing the song randomly. I need to listen to that more so that I can actually memorize the lyrics, though. Because that'd just be fun.
And now you can listen to the cover version of it since we watched
Oh,
that
yeah.
episode. They also have a Lorna Wu version of just that one, which is Mother singing it.
Oh, nice.
So they have like the actual record version, the cover version, and then the chant version.
Yes.
And I'm sure there's gonna be more.
Oh, yeah,
why
knowing
not?
them.
I'm surprised they've done so much with that show with under $40 million budget.
Yeah, like, they knew what they wanted to do, and they made sure of it. But yeah, before I get distracted for the 20th freaking time. Okay, so I've had some of these guys as like titles established for a bit of time, so some of y'all may recognize some of them. But so Melodious is known as the Divine because he is at kind of the figurehead of them all and such, which is very ironic considering his personality.
I'm just thinking of a saying like, "You're divine, darling."
You're divine, darling. Anyways, so he's known as the Divine. My bad, FC. I could be very distracted. Oh no, it's fair because I get distracted all the time by myself. Anyways, Nuea is known as the Caretaker, which is I might actually tweak and such because I also have it that she is connected to like being or vaguely connected to motherhood and such. It just mainly falls under the caretaking category, so her title is just the Caretaker and such, so. Zara is the Matron of Light. Hers has been established, I think, the longest. I don't know, it's a toss-up between hers and Melodious's. But Zara is known as the matron of light. No, it's because Zara's is the oldest, and I think Calyx is the next, and then it was Melodious. I don't remember. I don't remember the order of which I made them first. Anyways. Rexus is known as the Heart of Darkness.
Ooh.
Yeah, hers is a fun title. Calyx is known as the Protector. Thalios is known as the Seeker. That also ties into part of the reason why he gets misknown as the god of travel and navigation, when truly he's the one of guidance. Well, no, I do have it under this that he's technically navigation. It's just a very broad version of navigation. Instead of it being like a physical direction, it is also directions you would need to go in life. And like advice, all that. Melias is the Song of Spells, which ties together her two concepts of music and magic. Dupin is the Hearthstone and such. Mainly ties to the fact that he is of like blacksmithing, hard work. He does have control over fire, by the way. Dupin can manipulate fire. Alright. This is the absolute fun thing that I have. Devoid and Device titles, you could technically switch them.
Oh boy.
Devoid is known as the Lord of Chaos, and Devi is known as the Lady of Calamity.
Hmm.
You could switch those two, because Devoid is of destruction, and Devi is of chaos. They technically would have their titles switched, but that ties to both of them. They switched their titles. They switched their titles. Purely just for the heck of it. Alright. Lovie is known as the Lady of Clarity. Or you could also say the Lady of Clairvoyance. Because that is part of, like, her little spiel of being able to see into the future with time. And Goliath is known as the Starlight. Or I might have a bit of some tweaks for this one later to make it sound like more fancy and all. But then again, not really sure if Goliath would be like too picky on that one. Because he likes stars. The Starlight is a cute one. Oh, hey, Sans. Hi, buddy. You've randomly popped into my chat. Not me randomly getting reminded that I can do a semi-good Papyrus impression. Somehow. Anyways. And Savias, hers is actually one of the older titles I've had. And hers is the Beauty of Nature. So. Because out of all of them, technically, Savias is the most pretty one. Supposedly. And I also... No. Yeah, no, she has freckles. She has freckles. Just got home from my D&D session. Nice, nice. Ah, no. Go back in there. Stupid thing. Why'd you separate from the references? Stupid thing. How dare I? Anyways. Thing kind of... Stop it. Let me do that. Don't mind me, I'm just fighting my application. But yeah. What else could I ramble about? Don't mind me, Sans. I've just been rambling for the past, like, couple hours about my, lore because I started drawing and then I just decided, you know what? We're gonna explain the map. And then we're gonna explain the characters. And the designs. I have too much character lore. It's not as bad as World of Entities, where there's literally so many freaking characters. Like, we have over 200 in that. I can see that from the stream duration. Yep. It's been 3. Yeah, we just got to 3 hours. And such, so. Fun. I know, I'm sitting very awkwardly. The lore yap session has been great, Lamau. Yep. I will say this, chat. I will say this. My current plans for my character lore is that I'm going to write the Halcyon Chronicles first. And later on, I'm going to animate the Halcyon Chronicles. So then I have a, yeah, I think Red may have gone AFK again. He's just been, oh no,
I'm
he's
here.
here. He's just been, he's been a quiet boy. Yeah, he's keeping me company, so he's just been here. So, yeah, Red keeps popping in and out. Yeah. But yeah, no, I am later going to animate the Halcyon Chronicles once I'm finished with it, so that I have a basis for it. And my plans afterward is, okay. For further context on such, I have different eras of time within my character, or within the story. If I bring up my notes here for different eras and events, the eras in specific are going definitely to be altered later. Don't you have enough projects as is? Yeah, but this is my own project. This was started ages before everything. Don't mind me. I'm just getting more comfy because I'm not really wanting to. Well, I'll probably draw more later, but I put it out of my thing, so I'm just kind of readjusting. Okay, come on. Don't you dare. Nah, wait, say this. Oh, trust me, that's not ever going to change. It's never going to change. Anyways. Yeah. So, the different eras, it kind of is split into 3, like I mentioned earlier. So, it follows as such. There is the Halcyon Chronicles, which it is going to span the entire, or the Halcyon Chronicles spans the entirety of the Halcyon before they rose to their protectorhood and such. So before they became the protectors of the lands and such. That is, Halcyon Chronicles is before that. I just realized that's going to overcomplicate. It's separated between the Halcyon, the Overworld raids, which follows the story of Fallen Angel, and then the third part is for Fluffy's story. AKA my avatar right now. Even though this is not technically the completely accurate version, or the completely accurate design of Fluffy. It's just my VTuber avatar version of her. So, it is mainly just separated into those 3 categories. So for the Halcyon, Fallen Angel, and some other characters, eventually, Well, no. This is fun because I know the eras are also different from certain character or certain timelines and characters. It's just mainly split up in 3 parts. The middle part is the most underdeveloped of them all. Very most underdeveloped. The Halcyon's the most developed, then it's Fluffy's story a bit, and then it's the middle part. So what is that? Is that a... That feels like a screw. Anyways. Don't mind me, I was just feeling something on the underside of my laptop that I didn't know what it was. Anyways. So, just the 3 split up. I know I keep on repeating myself. It is just because my brain goes places. So, Halcyon, Fallen Angel, then Fluffy. Essentially. The different eras are a bit... They follow after such. But there is some, like, overlap. So. This might be a bit easier on me also if I open up my notes on my PC as well. Alright. So, technically in the timeline order, it starts with what I've dubbed the Dark Era, which actually follows after Fluffy and her stories and travels before she went to Terry and came to the world of Terry. So that entitles Fluffy, like, her, like, backstory and such, like how she was raised. Practically stories about just everything that happened on her homeworld of Chitaria. Then the Halcyon era entitles the beginning of, or it entitles the Halcyon Chronicles and such. The Xenon era is more so the Halcyon and their duties as the Halcyon. So essentially what they did and such as protectors. So, after all their travels and when they were actually established. Under the Xenon era is the Anadir era. This probably will be subject to name change later. The Anadir era happens in the middle-ish of the Halcyon's entire, like, existence. And this is when the Fallen Angel raids, or the Overworld raids, occurred. And the fall of Nightingale. The Silence era encapsulates the tragedy, where the end of the encapsulates the tragedy and the end of the Halcyon as temporary. Now this is where some of my eras kind of get a little iffy and such, is because of, like, trying to mentally place where events happened. I'm still unsure on if I want it so that... Well, no, I technically would have to be... There I go again, debating such. Oh, God. Anyways. The Zarenian era is kind of encapsulated by Zara's, like, kind of trying to figure out what to do and what happened to everyone after the tragedy. Because, some context here. The tragedy. I swear, I've been rambling for hours. I know I have been rambling for hours. This is a bad idea. Anyways. Tragedy happened in the Zeonic Isles, and due to how these Halcyon were experiencing this fading effect, which was just because Melodius was infected by Calamitis, it eventually led to the fact that Zara was locked out. Zara, by extension Rexus, and Devoid and Devi. All of them were locked out. It's not like Devoid and Devi really left the Void after the tragedy, so they didn't really have any excuse to go back there, nor did they really care. Not me realizing something. Anyways. So, Zara is essentially locked out of the Zeonic Isles. And she doesn't know what the heck happened after Calamitis came. And killed everyone else, essentially. So this eventually leads her to establish the city of Mordock. And her bloodline in Mordock. Because, fun fact, she lost her lover. Oh, the Halcyon's love life is a complicated mess. I swear. And especially for Zara, after everything. I don't even know what distractions. Anyways. So, Zaranian era does fall under the Silence era, by extension. But it also is one of the points where I'm, like, unsure on if I'll, like, keep it as such. Because I know there was past lore that I had said where it's Zara talking about Calyx, and she mentions how he would walk with her through Mordock. That, I'm not sure if I'm gonna retcon or not. I want to keep it, but at the same time, it's like, do I wanna or not? You know? So, it's mainly just some issues with that. Eventually, this leads up to the Romana era, the Nightingale era, and a couple other eras afterward that I've yet to name. Romana era just mainly encapsulates Fluffy's first point that she comes in and such, where she gets saved by Zara so that she doesn't die, and then just eventually sent out into the world and comes across Chroma City. So
Zara is like one of the few Halcyon members that are still like immortal.
Original form, yes.
Okay.
Original form immortals.
Would she get any reports of like the reincarnations popping up once they start displaying snippets of power?
So, fun fact about that is that I have it kind of as a concept that after the Daonic War happens and Fluffy comes back, by the way, she does come back, 500 years later. No. Tragic thing about Fluffy going into the demon portal to get and keep Kale in there. She was only in there for 5 seconds.
For her.
For her. But 500 years had passed. So she missed out on essentially majority of her life with her son and her husband.
Dang. Skrill issue.
Real issue. But yeah, no.
Wait, who's your son and husband?
Hero, and they have a child named Loon. Technically,
Oh.
full name is Lunaris, but it is shortened into Loon.
Within that time, have the existing Halcyon members figured out a way to stop their current forms from just dying of age? Or is that just something they're stuck with forever?
The ones who never got sent into the cycle don't have to worry about dying of old age.
Yes, I know that because they're still original form. I mean, did the
They're
people
still
who got
original
sent
form.
into the cycle...
They don't have, because when you think about it, most of the reincarnates have to struggle with the fact that, oh hey, they come from something that was from the past and such, and they have to learn about their past, and sometimes they don't want to learn about the past. It's just a hit and miss for some of the reincarnates, because it's like different ways that things could occur and happen.
Yeah.
There's a little plot point in there that I have
Is there no
fiddled around
way
with.
for them to, like, get out of it once they
No.
defeat Hale?
No.
Could
The
Kale
cycle
have
is
even
permanent.
undone it?
No.
So once
The
he
cycle is
did
permanent.
it, he can't, even if he wanted to, which he wouldn't want to, he couldn't
Exactly.
undo what he did. How can you do something but not be able to undo it?
Retribution of actions. Sometimes you can take an action, but you can't reverse it. It's like you can cut paper, but you can't put the paper back together and have it be the same, or be the same.
Oh, poor boy. I don't want him stuck dying.
Well, then again, I have played with the idea, ever since I talked with you about it, about the Halcyon being able to make it so that the reincarnates don't have to die of old age. And such.
So like a new, or not original form, but like basically...
A new form of immortality.
Okay.
Or a new
Bro,
period of immortality.
I feel like it would take them ages though, because of them like they'd have to do research while they know their past, and then...
Well, here's the thing.
would stop.
The original Halcyon... gotta go
Bye,
now. I'm working on
Ranger.
prompts. Alright, see ya, Ranger! Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, no. The original Halcyon could make people immortal. They could make the mortals immortal. That was not something that necessarily was unknown to them. They could.
Yeah.
They didn't necessarily do it, though. So, for example, I have it so that some of the bearers of will, as they're called,
Yeah.
had prolonged lives. Some of them still did die, mainly due to, like, battles they fought, though some actually chose to live out the rest of their lives to revoke their immortality.
Yeah.
For context, the bearers of will were, like, chosen by the Halcyon after different trials and such to serve them. So.
Every time I hear certain words, I just think of the Ballad of the Witches right now.
Yes. But yeah, no. The Halcyon could make people immortal. So it was not something. It's not something that was unknown to any of them. So, by all technicality, yes, they can make the reincarnates immortal, but it's more so of the fact that they have to find the incarnates before anything happens to them.
Bro,
Or if
yeah,
the
it's just
incarnates even want to.
Yeah.
Because it is an option.
I
Because
feel
some of
like
the... Sorry, what?
some of them wouldn't. I was gonna say for me, I feel like Goliath would want to, but he'd care more about like his fluffy hair. I want my fluffy hair back.
Yes. Yes, the fluffy hair of the boy. The boy.
That's just one thing that stays constant with his.
Oh, heck yes. Heck yes. I actually have it that, aspects of the original forms are passed down through the, incarnates.
Ooh.
So, like, for Melias's incarnates, for example, Cadence, she shares the fact that her hair is colored.
Mm.
And dyed, by all technicality. Melias did dye her hair. Her parents allowed her to dye her hair. And get tattoos. And technically get tattoos. Her parents were very like, yeah, our daughter can do what she wants to. Essentially.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like, Calix's brown hair, for example, it passes down to Hero. And unintentionally, he is also blind.
Wait, hold on.
Hero is also blind, like Calix was.
So, earlier, didn't you say Calix was Zara's husband or something?
Yep.
And then Hero married Fluffy.
Hero marries Fluffy.
What's going on there?
Okay, so to explain why that is the case, it runs by the basis that the reincarnates aren't necessarily their own people and such, and they can choose who they love. And Zara understands that Hero is not Calix. So she didn't try. Like, once she realizes that Hero is Calix's reincarnate and such, she doesn't try and force the relationship back and such, because it's been years for her. Like,
Okay.
thousands of years.
Yeah.
So it's like, she chooses not to intercede with that. And then Fluffy just does Fluffy. Fluffy is Fluffy. So yeah, that's kind of the reason why for that whole situation. But yeah, no, back to the original conversation of like the appearances, it does get passed down or certain aspects get passed down. So like, by the way, also to note, Hero is Calix's first incarnate.
Oh.
So, to explain that as well, Calix did not incarnate immediately, as well as the case in point that Hero has lived for hundreds of years. He is an Elementia, which means they have an increased lifespan. Do not ask about the origins of the Elementia. I have no answer for you on the origins of the Elementia. Anyways. So yeah, Melias has her hair, let's see. Do I have an image of some of them? Maybe I could... Hold up. Heard your chat. I can very quickly I'm not sure if that's gonna pause my... I don't think it does. No, it didn't. It didn't. Okay. Let me pull up, because I do have certain designs already set up. So... Okay. That's them. Where are my peeps? No. One second. Extras. Alright. You and you. Right. Where should... Just there. Actually, no, I shouldn't have. Ah! Don't mind me, I'm just trying to sort things very, very quickly before I... Yeah, I was hungry. Okay. So let me just yoink. Okay, and I don't have her design remade yet, so... Give me a moment, and I shall... showcase off. Because I have showed some of these characters off before. Okay, let me just... Yeah, no, I left it as that. Let me just... Yeah, we're just going to use this background. Nope. I'm not even sure if I took an image of this before. Let me just save this. I don't really care about the name, it's fine. I'm just using this purely for reference. Yo, could I join the call? Nah. It's kind of just a... I'm not... Is Sans still in this? In the server?
I don't know. It's 9:55 for me, so I gotta be going real soon.
Oh yeah. Let me just quickly show off one more thing and then you can say goodbye, Tot. Ah, no. If I can do this correctly. Okay. And of course it's fine. Okay. Anyways, so these are 3 of the incarnates that I have designs for. I'm just going to quickly try and bring up another. Very, very quickly. Because I know I have her design. Okay. We're just gonna put this over chat temporarily. It's fine. Also, ignore the old design of Alexander. Actually, let me just... There you go. Anyways. So. To explain certain things. With the Halcyons reincarnates. They can be human. They cannot be human. It depends. So, 5 of them, technically, that I have defined is Hero is Calyx's incarnates, and then on screen, from left to right, on the bottom is Cadence, Melius's reincarnate. And then we have Alexander, Dupin's reincarnate, Kais, Nuea's incarnate, and Raven, Phalios' incarnate. You will find that there are similarities between, like, say, their appearance and such, like skin tone, eye color, hair color, and such.
Which one was Nuea again? The original form. I keep forgetting.
Nuea is original form.
What did that? Oh, can you like screen share because stream delay?
I could send you
Okay.
image right quick.
Dude, that 5 minutes passed by quick. What?
Yeah, dang. Okay, hold up. This will be quick. Alright. You'd want to reference the image on the far right for that one. For Nuea's, like, halcyotic design.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Nuea. As you can, there is similarities between both. So,
Okay.
yeah, no. Some of these I have, like, defined. Some are in the works as well. Fun fact about Savias' incarnates, she is the only person sent through the cycle who remembers. Who remembers the tragedy and fully remembers her first life without anybody having to tell her or for her to have to, like, do any other, like, discoveries and such. Mainly because Savias, before she died, locked her memories within her soul so that at a specific age, she'd remember. She is also my very much, fourth wall breaking girl. She is my fourth wall breaking girl. Anyways. Yeah, I'm gonna end stream as well because it's like I've been live for 3.5 hours. Anyways. Well, this is the end of stream chat. So, hopefully you all have a good rest of your night. Say goodbye to the boy. You better say goodbye to the boy, or else I will nibble him.
No.
And he doesn't want to be nibbled.
Stop it. Who was Mitchell Olsen?
Oh, hey, buddy.
I've never seen
I
this
know who he
person
is.
up
I'm
in
not gonna
chat
say
before.
who on stream for his sake. Yeah, no, I know who he is. I know who he is.
Was that his real name?
Shh.
What? It's a common thing. People just do that.
Anyways, back to the void I go, stolen. I mean, I brought some snacks. Nice. Yeah, no. Say goodbye to the boy, or else I will nibble him.
Stop it.
Or I will stab chat with a fork.
No.
I will do both. If you don't say bye to the boy.
Sticker. Yo.
Anyways. It was nice hanging out with everyone and rambling about my lore for I don't know how many time. Like, this will be a common occurrence. If I have the chance to, I will rant about my lore.
Went from a drawing stream to a ranting stream.
A lore rant,
about
and then in the end, it was a bit of a discussion about stuff between you and I. Nobody has said goodbye, Red. How dare you all? Say goodbye to Red! Say goodbye to Red or I'm stabbing you all at the fort. That is an order. That is an order, my floofsters. Save the boar or else I will nibble him.
2 people left the stream. Without
Yeah.
saying anything.
One day I should do a Laurent, but alas, that doesn't happen. That's fair. Anyways. I will eventually. I will stab chat. Gosh dang it, Arya's encouraging me. I guess I shall save you from being nibbled then.
Yippee.
You are saved from being nibbled. The chat shall have their kneecaps stolen. Anyways, goodbye everyone. Have a good rest of your night. That was the be right back screen. I wanted the ending soon screen. I mean, it's not wrong. I'll be back eventually.
I'm waiting to see the stream do its little buffer thing that reaches the end.
Yep. Anyways.
So the stream's ended now?